Hey everyone, I'm back. I wanted to catch you really quickly. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, although I do have a good amount of information to share. So, as you know, I've been talking about Mars retrograde for a while. That post shadow period basically bled into the pre shadow period for Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde is a big deal because essentially everything that we worked through in regard to relationships back in Mars retrograde, Venus is really kicking it up a notch and putting the pressure on us to still basically go through a lot of the similar things. So this Venus retrograde is in Scorpio. So a little background on that is Venus is the ruler of Libra. So we are in Libra season and Venus retrograde begins on Saturday or Friday or Saturday, and it is retrograde in Scorpio. So people who are, Taurus is also ruled by Venus. They may have a difficult time, but people who are Libra and Scorpio could really be struggling right now. I've been struggling for a couple weeks now. I'm very sensitive to pre-shadow periods. So for me as a Libra, Venus retrograde pre-shadow has felt like Mercury retrograde for me, like communication issues and breakdowns, electronics problems, just things not going my way or the way that I planned for them to, and even the smallest things. Like I'm missing things and just glazing over it, not being really present sometimes in a sense. And what I'm learning fast is that since we're going to be dealing with Venus retrograde for a long time, because it's going into retrograde at the end of this week, it won't go direct until mid-November, and then we will have like a post-shadow up until like mid-December. So for someone like me, I'm not going to be out of the weeds for a while. So here's the type of things that come up during Venus retrograde that you may have in trouble with. I actually wrote a few things down because I wanted to make sure I touched upon them all because this is kind of significant. So self-esteem. You might be feeling like not happy in your own skin right now. There might be something about you or your life that's making you feel a little uncomfortable. And the thing about self-esteem issues is that when you have self-esteem issues, sometimes it can project onto others where you might feel clingy toward them or you're doubting yourself, so you're constantly questioning. So you might be having some issues with your relationship dynamics because you're fearful, because you may not feel so fantastic about yourself in the moment that you're wondering about how someone else feels about you. And that's not unnatural. You know, it just might be heightened right now. So just be very mindful of how you feel about yourself and how you may be projecting that out into your interpersonal relationships. And the other thing is your finances. You might be feeling a pinch in your bank account, or you might not be having as much money coming as you're used to, or you might be having more money coming out than you're expecting. Just be mindful of your finances. Watch it. Don't overspend. Do what you can. Say affirmations about, financial abundance. Just do everything you can to minimalize so that you can make it through this transit and not be into like a financial pit. So just watch out for that. Other thing is blast from the past in relationships. You might be hearing from exes. They might be reaching out. Even platonic types of relationships, people you haven't heard from in a long time might be looking for you. And it makes sense. The holidays are also coming around. So now it's not just being triggered by Venus for people to reach out. Now they may have a real excuse under the guise of, Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming around, or any other holiday that you may observe around this time of the year. You might meet somebody new. They may seem exciting and fiery and passionate. Listen, whatever's happening right now, it's like exaggerated. So be careful to not make any major decisions. An abrupt breakup, don't jump into a relationship or commit to one. Wait it out. You might meet a sexy stranger and maybe you'll have a fling or something. Don't expect that to be a long-term situation. You have to wait till the smoke clears, and that is not going to go down until the end of the year. So for me, I just feel like I'm going to approach this similar to the way that I approach Mars. When in doubt, silence. Just wait it out. watch, observe, wait everything out, and also just slow down. This is the time of year where we're supposed to slow down, but we are often encouraged to speed up. Just slow down. And I think, yes, I caught all my points. Now, this reading, I have to tell you, for me, I'm super excited about it for a couple of reasons, because it's awesome, but the cards I pulled, I love them. But the reason being is because I got my Enchanted Map deck. You know, I love it. I did a reading for myself in the Enchanted Map deck, and it was kind of horrifying for me. But I have to tell you, the 3 cards I pulled for you today all showed up in my personal reading last night. I did a 6-card reading for myself, actually 7 because one fell out. I did a 6-card reading for myself last night, and it showed me a lot of things that made me like, oh my gosh, no, because I wasn't expecting it. So I got all 3 cards I'm about to show you today, except for me, mine were reversed. Of course, I'm a Libra, okay? This is Venus retrograde in Scorpio. I have virtually no water in my chart. So Scorpio is like one of my ultimate weaknesses. So I'm super struggling. So it makes sense that I had all these cards in a reversal. It's upright for you guys. Doesn't make it much better, but still better than me. So I'm excited for you all. So here we go. All right. The first card is Metamorphosis. Now I know you probably saw this in one of my last readings. This is the card that was saying, this is where we were in a space of accept the change, let things go, move on. If you're clinging to the past, the stuff that's supposed to come to you won't come. Let go of the bad habits, things that are no longer serving you. Metamorphosis, shed the skin, get rid of it. That's where we were. Okay. Here's where we are. This is like major warning signs in the sense of everything that you got involved with right now. Just pay attention. You could be in or going into a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable or something about it you don't trust. I actually spoke to 2 separate people yesterday about intuition. You know, someone said to me, I'm supposed to go out on this date, but I'm really not feeling it. So I'm not going to do it. And I was like, that is amazing. Trust your intuition. We could be entering into dangerous territory. We could be meeting people that seem provocative, but maybe they don't belong in our lives. Or we might be trying to do some sort of business deal or more of a permanent plan and we're not sure of it. Basically, trust your gut, your intuition, pay attention. And trusting your intuition means connecting to yourself, taking some time to think and be quiet about it, but your gut, listen to that gut. If it's looking like it might be a little off, chances are it probably is, especially right now. Heed the warnings, heed the flags. Pay attention. Don't ignore yourself. Better to be safe than sorry. This is where we are right now. So be very careful about what you're encountering and what you're about to do in your actions and who's doing what with you. Pay attention. This is a time of observing, watching, okay? Last card, Dry Desert. So this dry desert to me signifies what's coming up next in the Venus retrograde. Dry desert means things may not be going your way right now. It's time to just chill out. Things have dried up. Your plans, things you're trying to do may not be yielding anything. You might not be feeling like you're making progress. You might not be making progress in the sense of third dimension. You can see the progress. That means it's time to go deep within. Go inside. Sit with yourself. You know I tell you this a lot, but this Venus retrograde transit, really chill out. Don't force that relationship. Don't force that breakup. Watch out for new people who are wandering in. Assess people who are coming through from the past and their motives. Assess your own motives and just be present so you can see everything around you. If you're not paying attention, you're going to miss the little things. Watch and observe. Listen more than you're speaking, okay? So really, it's critical right now. And I got the last card for you, and then I got to head out. It's pulled from my healing deck because I felt like with all this information, we need to know what we need to do to handle. And I pulled up, breathe. This is obvious. This is simple, okay? Breathe it out. Something starts feeling upsetting, breathe it out. One thing I've been doing lately is the ground beneath my feet, the air that I breathe. If you follow me on my Facebook page, I posted that like 2 days ago. The ground beneath my feet, the air that I breathe. The ground beneath my feet, the air that I breathe. And that's how I've been calming down while I've been all over the place now that we're hitting this transit. So do the same. Breathe in, hold for 3 breaths, you know, three beats, and then breathe it out. Do that when you wake up. It shifts energy. It clears things out. Breathe it out. All right? So I will try to get you guys another reading when the retrograde kicks off. I got a lot of busy things coming around. My birthday's coming up, clearly. I'm a Libra, and I'm excited about that. But I will get something for you guys as soon as I can, okay? Thanks for watching. Namaste.